So today we are going to read chapter 2, okay? And it is called Space Motel. Yesterday we made a prediction on if they were going to go to the moon or if they were going to go to a place where the astronauts learn all about the moon. Space Motel. Jack opened his eyes. He looked out the window. The treehouse had landed inside a large white room. "What kind of training place is this?" asked Annie. "I don't know," said Jack. The room was round. It had no windows. It had white floors and a curved wall lit by bright lights. "Hello?" Annie called. There was no answer. They were all Where were all the astronauts and space scientists? Jack wondered. "There's nobody here," said Annie. "How do you know?" said Jack. "I just feel it," said Annie. "We'd better find our way. We better find out where we are," said Jack. He looked at the page in the moon book. He read the words below the picture of the dome. A moon base was built on the moon in the year 2031. 2031? That's weird. It's only 2021. How does it say 2031? They always went in the past. The top of the dome slides open to the spacecrafts. Enter and leave. "Oh, man," Jack whispered. "What's wrong?" said Annie. Jack's heart pounded with excitement. He could hardly speak. "We've landed inside a moon base," he said. "So?" said Annie. "So the moon base is on the moon," said Jack. Annie's eyes widened. "We're on the moon?" she asked. Jack nodded. "The book says the moon base was built in the year 2031, he said. "So this book was written after that, which means this book is from the future." "Oh, wow," said Annie. "Morgan must have gone forward in time to borrow it from a future library." "Right," said Jack. "And now we're in the future on the moon." Squeak, squeak. Annie and Jack looked at Peanut. The mouse was running around in circles. "Poor Peanut," said Annie. She tried to pick the mouse up, but Peanut hid behind the mango on the letter M. "Maybe she's nervous about being on the moon," said Annie. "She's not the only one," said Jack. He let out a deep breath. Then he pushed his glasses into place. "So what's a moon base?" asked Annie. Jack looked at the book. He read aloud. "When scientists visit the moon for short periods, they eat and sleep in the moon base." "It's like a space motel," said Annie. "I guess," said Jack. He read more. "The small base has a landing chamber and a room for storing spacesuits. Air and temperature controls make breathing possible." "So that's why we can breathe," Jack said. "Let's explore," said Annie. "We have to find the fourth thing for Morgan." "No, first we would study the map," said Jack. He pulled out his notebook. "You study it," said Annie. Jack copied the map. Then he drew in the treehouse. Spacesuit storeroom, right, right here. Rocket entry, landing chamber, treehouse. "Okay," he said. He pointed at the X in his drawing. "We're here." Jack looked up. Annie was gone. "Oh, oh, brother," Jack said. As usual, she had left without him. Before they could even make a plan, Jack put the moon book and pencil into his backpack. Carrying his notebook and backpack, he, he started he started out the window. Squeak, squeak! Jack looked back at Peanut. The mouse was running back and forth on the M. "Stay here and be safe," said Jack. "We'll be back soon." Jack swung himself over the window sill. His feet touched the floor of the landing chamber. "Annie!" he called. There was no answer. Jack looked at his diagram. It showed only one way to go. Jack walked along the curved white wall to the stairs. He climbed the steps to a hallway. "Jack, hurry!" Annie was at the end of the hallway, standing in the airlock. She peered out a window in a giant door. Jack hurried toward her. Annie stepped aside so he could look out the window, too. Oh man, said Jack. What he saw took his breath away. He stared at a rocky gray land. The land was filled with giant craters and tall mountains. The sun was shining, but the sky was ink black. Say hi to the moon, Annie said softly. And that is the end of chapter 2. So, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they are going to try and leave the Moon Motel without a spacesuit? Or do you think they'll know to put one on? So, what do you think? Do you think that Jack and Annie are going to put on their space suit, their astronaut suit, or do you think that they are going to go outside on the moon without it? I think they are going to put it on because Jack will know better. I think they will put their astronaut suit on, period. I think they will put their astronaut suit on. I think TH they TH will W. I think they will put P there again TH astronaut a a a suit S on uh on. I think they will put their astronaut suit on. What do you think? Do you think that they will put it on, or do you think they're going to try to go out of the space motel and try to step outside? Make your prediction.